October, as I did my thought for the day, I apologize for my voice because I've been teaching a class at our local community college in world religions and a little bit hoarse from having spoken pretty much for the best part of 2 hours. So please excuse me. Here is your reading. Remember, these are taken from writings of Ernest Holmes and commented on by my senior minister, Reverend Dr. Jesse Jennings. And he's called this one Healed of Fear. First quote is from August J. Berg, who I believe is also somebody who was taught by Ernest Holmes, who says, "Our teaching is a science, an art, a technique that you can learn and that will enable you to have a fuller enjoyment of the good things of life." And this is Ernest Holmes. It's taken from the Beverly Hills Lectures. It was published in 1997. It's on page 51. And it's actually taken from Ernest Holmes' lectures. So published like 37 years after he passed away. He says, "Our whole process of evolution is the accumulation of our acceptances of that which is forever given and forever forgiven by the same token of givingness as we forgive. This is the way it is. We heal people of the fear of hell, damnation, of God, of humanity, and of the devil. There's nothing to be afraid of. Perfect love casts out all fear, including fear of the thought of death or dying. We must heal people of everything that denies the supremacy of God, or the divine, the grounds of all being. Choose your word. Because you and I have not yet arrived at a complete supremacy of good, we have to do the best that we can. We have to hitch our earthly wagon to a spiritual star. Something that has no light. He says we have to hitch our earthly wagon to a spiritual star, yes, because if we don't, we're going to hitch it to a make-believe life, something that's got no light at all. The only light there is the light eternal. We have to tie our minds to spiritual verity. There's no other way." And as I said, that's taken from the Beverly Hills Lectures that was actually published in 1997. It's on page 51, as I said. And this is Reverend Jesse's comment. He says, "There's a different slant to the daylight at this time of the year, and that's in whichever hemisphere that you live. Without benefit of the calendar, we can identify the season, or certainly our ancestors could, by being closely attuned to such things. Yet the light flows, now as at any other time, from the same source, our nearby star, the sun. It shines on all alike. Similarly, divine power has never judged us or isolated us from itself or from each other. If it has felt so, our forgiveness of self and surrender into the givingness of spirit can arrive with the next intention we set." So in other words, we're not stuck, We're not stuck anywhere at any time. We can choose at any moment to change the way we think, change the way we feel. And by doing that, we can change what happens in our lives. It's as simple as that. One of the ladies at our spiritual center, she's probably a new member actually, and she was talking, she's a member of the Houston Astronomical Society. And I asked her, I said, "Do you ever go out into places such as Big Bend?" Big Bend, for those of you who don't know, is an area in southwest Texas, where there's limited artificial light. So it's got a fairly dark area at night, and you can actually see the stars. I mean, really see the stars. Not like here where you see a few. I mean, down there, you see millions, billions. And I was asking her about this, and she told me, she said, yes, but when you spend about a half an hour there, it's like your eyes change and you can see an awful lot more. So you can kind of imagine how the ancients, before artificial lighting, could actually see in much greater detail the night sky. So I thought it was very interesting. And then I thought, well, that's kind of like us in our spiritual journey, that as we get more into our spiritual journey, we do things like meditation and listening to good stuff like this and reading and so on, that our spiritual eyes start to open and we see more. And I thought that was a pretty good analogy. So that's it. I'm going to have to get off because my voice is giving out. I now lay aside every doubt or fear and gladly enter into a newness of life. I now lay aside every doubt or fear and gladly enter into a newness of life. And please remember, my colleague, Reverend Lisa Ryan, will be on tomorrow morning about 9:15. I apologize if you haven't found me everywhere on whatever social media platform it was supposed to be on, but we've had technical issues. I believe our practitioner colleague, Daniel Johnson, will be doing or has done a meditation today, so look out for that, and that'll be on Creative Life Spiritual Center's Facebook page. Hopefully I will be later today on whatever social media you saw me. So once again, thanks for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully around about 5. Until then, namaste.